Okay, so the video cut. So this will be part two. Um, but yeah, what would make me happy is having the girl I've been thinking of back in my life and not worrying about an income. Having a steady income, so I'm not worried about it. And then, I don't know, traveling, making a difference and an impact that I could be proud of. Doing what I love to do, basically. Um, I didn't believe in work being a job that you had to do because you were told to. I believed in having a job that you enjoyed doing, that you loved to do, that was fun for you to do. And it's hard to find that these days. So if this ends up being my job, I'm okay with that. It's not very stressful, it's very easy. So yeah, I mean, I've talked before about not having a home, how that's not a priority to me. I'd rather have items and nice things because I would be just content with a camping trailer and a pickup truck. Something that's mine, I own it, and it can't be taken from me. Not at least not by the government. So, yeah, that's what makes me happy. Making my family happy, doing what makes me happy, and potentially start my own family. That would be great. Um, let's see. So, struggles I've overcome had a lot to do with jealousy. I had people that wanted to see me fail on purpose, just so I could understand how they feel in life. And it was that kind of thing, where misery loves company. And I could never hope for somebody else's demise just because they didn't like that they were more successful than me or that they had a better gift than I had. I'd just be happy that they could do what they do. But again, you're dealing with insecure guys who want people to feel the same pain that they feel, the same rejection they feel, and that's why it makes me feel very sick being around insecure men who can't accept that people are different and they like them for the differences. But yeah, it's whatever. Um, I overcame it all by not really caring as much. So basically, something inside of me snapped, and it was due to one of my brothers. Something he said, more lies that he was saying about me. I just, something in me just snapped. And I no longer cared. I gave him this cold expression where basically my walls went up and I didn't even care anymore what he had to say. I just flat out stopped caring. Which meant he couldn't get a rise out of me anymore. He couldn't get a response, nothing. And he hated that more than anything because I could finally beat him at his own game by not talking to him, by not even acknowledging his existence. And then that's when I think I unlocked this cold shoulder behavior to the point where if somebody's ridiculing me or somebody's trying to get a rise out of me, I just don't respond. I pretend that they don't even exist. They're not going to get a rise out of me or response. They're just going to simply get a reaction of, I'm sorry, did you say something? When did you get here? Kind of attitude. I don't care. I was pushed past the point where I don't care anymore. And I read a lot of Facebook posts way back when about how you don't push a caring person past the point that they don't care anymore. And I didn't really understand that. I'm like, isn't it a choice not to care, or whatever? But no, something inside you just kind of shuts down that caring part when It's like when you pound at a nerve for so long that the nerve becomes numb to the pain. That's the best way I could describe it. It's not a choice I made. It's just something that all of a sudden just stopped working to the point where I just don't give responses anymore. Um, so that's how I dealt with it, not by choice, but just the way it ended up happening. Um, it was a constant struggle dealing with people like this who are immature. I mean that not in a way where, they're fun to be around because they're immature and they're funny or they're, you know, a little bit cringe. It's the immaturity where they're insecure and they never learned how to get past that, where they never learned about how to be confident in their own abilities or themselves. Everybody's got something that they're good at, right? These people never discovered it, never cared to discover it, and they want everybody as miserable as they are. That's what I've encountered. And the jealousy, the envy, all of it. So I got past it by not acknowledging them anymore. They don't exist. Once I did that, I was a lot more happy, and that's why I'll tell you this. Being single and choosing sanity over what society says you should have, best decision ever made. Because I allowed myself to control the amount of stress or drama that came into my life. By picking and choosing who to hang out with and who to be around, and if I chose to be around nobody and stay alone, guess what? Nothing happens. Nothing happens. No one's blown up your phone about something that just happened. Because you're not around anybody. Nobody cares. You don't care. No one's contacting me and asking me, have you heard this or that? No, because I cut all ties with people. If they didn't benefit me, and only I benefited them, what's the freaking point? It's called dead weight for a reason. You cut off the dead weight. That's what I did. I was very happy. Very happy. Does it have its drawbacks? Yes. Such as when you're in a talkative mood and nobody else is awake, you find yourself talking to your phone. Or you meet people online from different time zones that you're talking to. Whatever works, but that's a drawback. Because I'm a very social person. But I've been wounded, been burned, to the point where I don't want to ever talk to anybody else ever again. But I don't mind doing it. I don't mind seeing where things go. I don't mind meeting new people. What it comes down to is, do I really want to meet that person and talk to that person? So that's how I chose to overcome it. As for jealousy and all this other garbage, I proved everybody wrong with my own abilities. You know, if somebody said I couldn't do something, I did it. I did it in front of them. In fact, I even made sure it was recorded. I didn't get the recording though. Obviously, it wasn't my phone, but I would make sure that if somebody called me out on something, I could do it. I was never a flexible person. I mean, I was to the point where in martial arts I was fine, but doing flips and stuff, no. I wasn't into gymnastics. I did parkour with my brother. He did what could be considered gymnastics. He would do the flips and stuff. He was always more flexible than me, and he worked at it, clearly. So, for him, he could do almost anything, you know. But for me, I didn't do dangerous things like that. I liked keeping my bones on the inside of my body. So, imagine my surprise when I turned 17, and I'm so excited about my birthday that I ended up doing a front handspring for the first time. After I did that, and it felt so much, it felt great. It felt freeing. It felt like I was alive. After doing that, yeah, I did more of those. And then I got into the parkour gym my brother was working at, volunteering, and it was just a lot more fun. So, yeah, I worked on my flexibility. I worked on a lot of things, and yeah, anytime somebody said I couldn't do something, I proved them wrong. Absolutely. Um, there was no better feeling for me than showing some pompous, arrogant, wannabe tough guy how insecure he really is. I loved it. So those are the problems I faced, the struggles in life, and that's how I chose to deal with it, and it was great. The results spoke for themselves, and I don't have any regrets at all. So, if you're in a toxic friend group or a toxic relationship, end it. Otherwise, you're part of the problem, and you like being around toxic people. You are who you hang out with is a very powerful saying. Also, what I have always said was trash dates trash. High caliber people will be dating high caliber people. Now, that's not saying that a high caliber person could be low class. No, no, no. There have been many instances when someone of a lower class was actually capable of being higher class, a higher caliber person. It's just that that person didn't have anybody to give them either the money or the support or the friendship to cultivate and make that happen. So there are exceptions to the rule, but generally speaking, trash will always date trash. High caliber will always date high caliber because of the high standards they have. Standards are important to have because you don't want to date someone that doesn't have the same core values as you. So, much less marry that person. That's catastrophic. So, think about it. Um, Take it easy and really think about who you're with. How do they benefit you? Do they benefit you? Is it consistent? Is it, you know, here and there? Are you a good team? Do you work well together? Those kind of things. It doesn't mean that if it doesn't work out, that you guys are bad people. What it means is your compatibility's not there. That's all. There's a lot of people I knew that were decently good people, just they weren't compatible with me. Why? I'm an intense guy. I like things done a certain way. I like freedom. I like being able to, do things that a lot of people would think is wrong these days. With a woman who agrees that I'm right, and this is what used to be normal and will always be normal. So, you gotta find the right one that balances you. I mean, they always say to marry your better half. Well, in this day and age, it's hard to find your better half. I'm convinced I found her. She doesn't know it yet. But we did separate. We wanted different things in life. And that's not saying that 11 years later that we've grown into people that could work together. Don't know yet. Worth a shot, in my opinion, but don't know. There's a lot I gotta do first. Like get my body healed and back in shape, and gotta have money. Hopefully driving by that point too. It'd be nice to be able to actually, you know, have something to give or work towards or work with. So, I don't mind her doing all the heavy lifting. I don't mind that at all. It's not it. It's just that I want to be able to contribute. Kind of difficult if I can't. So, yeah, but that's how I chose to handle things. Um, Hopefully, it works for you guys too. And just stop caring so much about what people think, say, or have a perspective of you that's not relative to who you are. Especially if they never cared to get to know you. It doesn't matter. You can't change someone's opinion of you when they have rigged the system against you from the very beginning. You can't do that. They have to decide to give you a chance and change and, accept you for who you are. And they may not do that. So I wouldn't care too much about it. I wouldn't let it ruin my day, my week, my life, There's a lot of people out there that targeted my family that would lie about us, say things just because they felt inept, basically. Um, we were real, we were who we really are, we were true to ourselves, and the fake people who pretended to be true to themselves hated that. And that's where the jealousy comes from, is because they couldn't fake it. They didn't like not being the center of attention anymore. Who cares? My family never played the popularity contest. We never cared about being popular. We never cared about what people thought or said. We were who we were. You can love us or hate us. It doesn't affect us. We don't care. So that mentality, these people don't understand. They want you to care. You're supposed to care because they have an opinion, and they have every right to have that opinion, and you should hear their opinion because they want you to. Newsflash, just because you have an opinion doesn't mean anybody wants to hear it. It doesn't mean that your opinion should be spoken. Hate to say it, but it's true. So yes, it was a pride issue for them. It was an issue of they can't be fake anymore. Oh, we don't care. That's your problem for being disingenuous. So, yeah, if you're watching my videos and you are a disingenuous person, I don't know how to help you. These are for people that have issues with people like you. So, if you're somebody who knows or has been through issues that have been caused by people who are disingenuous, then these are for you. I'm not for everybody. My content is for certain people that can relate. So if you can't relate, I'm sorry. It's not really meant for your. You can still view it and stuff. It's fine. It's just that you're not part of my demographic. My demographic is the people who are looking for answers or asking questions like, why wasn't anybody sympathetic to my needs, my feelings? And I'll answer the best I can. I'm here to help people. And that's what I want to do. So if you don't find my tips helpful or whatever, by all means, send me some comments. Allow me to explain things better. Talk to you. It's fine. I don't mind. But yeah, that's just some of what I faced and dealt with. There's plenty more, but when you're dealing with kids or your peers, it doesn't hurt as much, because that's your peers. Who cares? But when it's adults or it's parents or it's a pastor or it's somebody in leadership or authority, yeah, it hurts a lot more. It really does. And it sparks a rebellious spirit because they don't care about you. And they've made it very clear to your face that they don't care about you. So, yeah, it's awful, but that's what the world works. So, thank you for listening. Just felt like getting on here and talking and trying to put my thoughts into words and talk about something that's close to me that I thought you guys would need to hear or wanted to hear. Typically, nights when I can't sleep, I really feel like discussing things. It's how I process it. I talk out loud and I figure things out. Um, I problem solve a lot. Either it's my life or things I'm noticing about the world, and I may start posting videos like that where I'm just talking and trying to process things. But I don't know. This is just one of those things where I'm like, where can I put my energy because I'm not that tired, can't sleep. Maybe I can find something profound to talk about. Oh, yeah, the struggles I've dealt with in my life. There we go. You know? Because when you're talking about struggles and you're vulnerable for a bit, there may be people out there that could also relate and want to know how you overcame it so they can see if it works for them. It's a trial and error type thing, and not everything will work for everybody, but it's really cool that you can take some pages out of some people's books and you can try them out. I had tons of formulas, tons of things I wanted to do, and that's why I was so happy being a pastor. I could actually do it. I did. I talked a lot of really cool stuff that I thought about over the years, and it was just a nice place to talk about it and get off my chest and have it on recording so that I can always go back to it. So, I think I can sleep now. I think I'm getting tired enough to sleep. But, I enjoy making this content. I enjoy talking to you guys and sharing my stories, my perspective on things. Because I used to do that all the time with my friends. We used to discuss the government, Christianity and the belief systems and the principles, the values. We had lots of fun talking about philosophical discussions. It's just, I don't get that anymore. I got one friend now I can do that with, and it's great when we do. I really enjoy it. We both take from the conversation. It's not just one person with the profound knowledge. We both have different perspectives, and it's really fun to talk about those things. But I do miss talking about with 2 or 3 people because everybody had their own perspectives. But yeah, I'll keep posting content, keep making videos. I don't know when I'll be doing videos like these. It seems like I'm doing a video almost every day, or at least a couple times a day. But yeah. I know the more content I put out, the more people will find my channel and find me, and that's what I'm counting on. Because it would cause more conversations, and it would be nice to get more comments and just be able to see the kind of impact I'm making. And my mom, of course, she's really enjoying this too, which is awesome. But yeah, I think I'll end it here and get some sleep. You guys take care, and hope you can sleep too. For those of you that can't sleep, I'll probably keep posting more videos for people like us. But anyway, take care, and I'll see you guys next time.